Hello, everyone. Welcome to Shreem Brzee Chanting here on the 26th of May, 2020. It is a smoking hot day here in Toronto, Canada, which is kind of nice because we've had a long freezing cold winter and we've been isolated and shut down because of COVID. And so here we are. It's lovely. I'm going to love it. I'm going to love it no matter how hot it is. So welcome everyone who is joining for the first time and those of you who have been joining from week to week. And this is our second month into it. We started April 5th and we will complete this chanting, daily chanting of Shreem Brzee at the end of this month, which is this weekend. So Sunday will be our final call here in Eastern Daylight Savings Time. My name is Sucharita, for those of you who don't know me, and wishing you all a very warm welcome. And it is such an honor and a pleasure to be of service and support. This group is a fabulous group of chanters. And not only are we chanting and committing to the process that we're all going through, dumping karma and then bringing in the light and the sound vibrations of Shreem Brzee into our individual consciousness, building that consciousness inside of us. And then collectively, we are raising the roof such that the goddess will be able to come in no matter where we are in the world. And we really, really want her to bring us this consciousness of heaven on earth, change the way things are. It is an uncertain time. And this is the time that we can also be committing our practices or having our intentions, our prayers, our intentions be aligned with the divine to come in so that we can send out really good feelings and prayers and thoughts for those who are really, really struggling, those who need it the most. We all need food, clothing, shelter, medicine. We need to have pure drinking water. We need to have unconditional love and support from our family members, from friends, from our communities, and so on. And if that's not possible, the divine needs to intervene. Every soul must have just the minimum requirements. And then we know we're evolving as we go on this spiritual path. And as we see the results of all our prayers, and collectively, we're not the only group who is doing something at this time. There are so many groups of spiritual seekers or people who are in different communities, religious communities, who have just said, you know what, we're going to keep praying. We're going to keep doing what we do, even though we can't meet up in the brick and mortar buildings like we used to. But we are going to make sure that everyone in the community is taken care of. And that is tremendous because collectively, when we connect all the dots, and if a lot of people are doing that, then we will raise the consciousness because we will just say, look, we don't know what to do. The government doesn't know what to do. Education systems don't know what to do. We don't even know what our own destiny is going to be. And like Dr. Ply shared in a recent video, we create our own destiny. So if we're destined to be in struggle and hardship and challenges where we have money and then it goes away and we don't have enough to pay the bills, that's a destiny that we can change. We can change the way we are thinking. We can change the way we are viewing the situation. And it is, during this uncertain time, it kind of is an opportunity for all of us to really look at our lives, assess and reassess while we are waiting to get back into the new normal, whatever that's going to be as it rolls out in the coming weeks. And it has to begin with from the inside. So that's what we're working on with Shreem Brzee. We are rooting out anything that is blocking us from creating a fabulous life, regardless of what is going on at any given point in time. So we'll be able to ask the goddess Shreem to give us the direction, give us the goal. That's what it means. The direction and goal towards what? A better reality. So as we think, so we shall create, and then we shall change our destiny. So our thoughts, our mindset If it's stuck in the old way of being and we just leave it there, it'll be like quicksand. We will just keep sinking and sinking and sinking until it covers us. And that's not a good reality. So we can ask the divine for a helping hand, and collectively, with all our prayers, all our efforts, all the energy that we can create in this group, it will be way more than what we can do on our own. And that's what we've been hearing from members, is they're so grateful to Dr. Ply for calling their soul. Come and fill the soul up with the energy of this group, focusing on bringing the goddess in, transforming the thoughts from, or the mindset from, scarcity consciousness, poverty consciousness into whatever it is that you want to. Maybe it's a little piece of heaven on earth, and maybe it is to manifest a better job or a better business, such that even during these kinds of times where COVID is saying it has to be essential service, then we've got to think about how we are using our resources wisely for that type of situation to happen again, which it may. That's what they're predicting. So we don't want to be a victim to the circumstance. We want to get that intelligence in and start taking the actions. As we're coming to a close in this chanting practice, I want to just congratulate everyone who managed to get in a 30-day challenge or a 48 challenge, or if you're still working on that and it's possible, then keep going. And then those people who are coming in, well, God bless you, you have great karma that you can just dive in and enjoy swimming in this culmination of the energy that we started a while back. So God bless you all. We're going to get into our meditation practice, first of all, to align with the divine, because we've been, here, there, and everywhere throughout the day, and we want to get into a divine state of receptivity. So we'll create a landing pad inside of us, aligning the chakras, aligning the Sushumna, which is a ray of light. It shoots up through the chakras and asks them to spin out anything that is no longer serving us energetically, and then to provide the space, which will create like a vacuum for our practice, the light and the sound vibrations of Shreem Brzee, to get into those chakras and realign them with prosperity consciousness, heaven on earth, peace, and so on. And then we'll call on these divine beings who are readily available on a Tuesday. It's a Mars day. The planet Mars rules it, so it will give us tremendous focus. We'll be able to fight off any negative thoughts. We'll have the ability to destroy any negative forces that are coming and trying to disturb us and knock us down from doing our spiritual path. So that's how we can be spiritual warriors, where we don't really have to do too much. It's not really a battle, but it is going on energetically. We just have to be present to it. So we're honoring Lord Mars, and we ask that we have the courage and the strength to stick through our practice tonight and to burn away. It's a very fiery planet, so it wants to blow stuff up. So give it something to blow up, which we always do. We have so many negative thoughts, so it can just go and do that in the background. And then Lord Mars has an overlord, and that is Lord Muruga. So we will implant the veil, which is VEL in Tamil, and then it's also pronounced like a V and a W together, so whale. And then it is this lance that is pierced by a lemon. Instead of this being us full of negativity, we can absorb all the negativity into this lemon as a surrogate technology, and then take the veil, the lance of Lord Muruga, and pierce it. And then that is a great technology to get rid of a lot of karma. So who is Lord Muruga? He's the god of the third eye. He's going to rock all your chakras. He's going to activate the 6 main parts of the brain: the front, the sides, the back, the top, and then the inside, the midbrain, the third eye. So that's why he's called the god of the third eye. And then you imagine your backbone being the shaft of his this sphere, and then the head of the veil is the middle of the brain. The tip pierces the top of the skull, and like it has the energy and the intelligence of millions of suns, light and energy. So it will just, the presence of it, and then that implantation, if you will, of that image inside of your mind's eye and inside of your backbone, just imagining it to be there is going to protect you from enemies, diseases, debts, litigation. It will diffuse all that karma that you're carrying from lifetime after lifetime, even in this lifetime. So that will get diffused, and use it as an incinerator. It's full of millions of sun's light and energy and heat. So why not? It's a burning, fiery thing. So anything that comes up, just imagine this. It goes into the veil, gets sucked in, and then just burns. And that's what happens with energy. It never is destroyed. It's just recycled. So you can imagine it going into the ether. We're also doing our chanting session. We're going to honor the 5th waxing moon goddess, and that is the goddess Varahi. And she's the goddess of 2020. She is the goddess of the golden age, but she has come in since 2019 and really coming in strong in 2020. And this is an image of her. I'm not sure if you can see it, but she has a snout for a face and like a boar. And then also the tusks. And that represents, or it tells our subconscious minds that this energy will root out scarcity consciousness, poverty consciousness once and for all. So we'll honor her as well. And then she will bring in Shreem Brzee to a whole new level of our awareness inside of us. So we might feel really all this golden light energy today. So we also have the sun in Taurus. The sun represents our soul. So the sun being in Taurus, the natural second sign of the zodiac, is all about creative financing. So we might find a way out of our financial problems. I've heard so many people say that all these loans are available by the governments around the world. And so check it out. Go online, see if you can get a loan to just tide you over during these uncertain times until everything gets settled in. So you don't have to grope in the dark and be a victim to the circumstance. There will be a way out, or contact an advisor. So Shreem Brzee is going to wake up that intelligence inside of you, so you take the steps to go and do that. Now, Mercury is also transiting into or through his own sign, one of his own signs, Gemini. And Gemini is all about business. It's all about the internet. It's all about doing multiple things. Multiple streams of income might come to you. You might have these ideas, and then all of a sudden things open up for you online, where you would never have to worry about a job again if you create that type of consciousness inside of you. And then we also have Pusha Star, which is Nakshatra. It's a lunar mansion that aligns with our mind, because the moon represents the mind, and then this lunar is the moon. So this mansion of stars is what we are aligned with. And Pusha is the very auspicious star for enlightenment. So you might feel a lot lighter and nourished. It's a nourishing star. It's also overlord is Lord Saturn. And Lord Saturn always loves it when we're doing a spiritual practice, because he is there to deliver. As we're aligned with this lunar mansion, all these shiny stars that say, hey, you're going to get enlightened. We're all lit up because Saturn is going to dump a lot of karma on our laps and into our lives. So when we're doing a spiritual practice, it's a practice that will also allow for us to burn or incinerate a lot of karma, knowingly or unknowingly, what is lying ahead or you've dragged into this practice. So you can definitely burn a lot of karma today, such that your Shreem Brzee, you will feel her more, you will experience her more, you'll feel Varahi coming in, the golden Shreem Brzee of the golden age. And then the overlord is Hanuman. He is the monkey god, and he does the impossible. He raises your self-esteem up. So you will have the highest self-esteem, and then you will be able to come out of your harms and hurdles. So that's what we are experiencing all around us, just like all the spiritual texts and scriptures say that we have angels, we have gods, beings, divine beings, saints. We have masters who have gone before us, and they are no longer in the physical body. However, we can readily feel them if we tap into their energy. So they're surrounding us all the time. So Lord Hanuman will help us to really stay focused and then bring up that high self-esteem, so then you can easily commune with these divine beings. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you haven't already said hello, I am from Malaysia, they're Kalyanias, and say what your name is and where you're from. And then if you have a prayer that you want to put on the chat, you can, or you can write it down or just have it in your mind right now before we start into our practice. And it'll be like a text message that will go up to the divine, and it will align with all this spiritual energy that we have. So we have a great divine Wi-Fi connection, a good Wi-Fi internet connection with the divine. So whatever prayer that you have, whatever intention that you have, then it will be immersed in the blessings and the grace that gets cultivated in this space. All right, so let's close our eyes, put your attention internally, and we'll focus on the base of the spine. We're going to activate the root chakra, including the legs and feet, and we'll create a nice foundation, a solid foundation as possible, energetically speaking, for our practice to be a success. So we're not here, there, and everywhere. We really are aware, and we want the divine to come in, and we're going to feel her coming in. We're going to feel all this support. We're going to dump everything that doesn't serve us. And we'll call on Ganesha to remove obstacles for us to experience success. Reddish orangish light pouring down your legs, into your feet and toes. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now bring your attention to your backbone. Visualize your backbone as a ray of light in the subtle body. It shoots up towards the skull, and then on its way up, it pierces all the chakras. So they get activated and they dump anything that isn't serving you. And they create a vacuum, so all your Shreem Brzee chanting energy, light can get into the chakras. Keep going up and up. The light has pierced your top of the skull and has gone into the space like a searchlight. So go up, 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 searching for help from the divine, like an SOS. We'll begin at the base of the spine and activate the chakras one by one. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest. Move up to the throat, clear the throat. The karma is stuck in the throat. Clear it. Move up to the middle of the brain, the third eye. Float back down to the base of the spine. Connect with the earth element in the legs as well. Na, 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 na. Move into the belly, the navel chakra, fill it with water. Ma, 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 ma. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest, also down the arms and hands and fingers. Set them on fire. She, 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 she. Move up to the throat, the mouth, the nostrils, connect with the air element or the subtler air, prana. Va, 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 va. Now move into the two eyeballs. Keep them steady. Focus on the brain, the right and left brain. Connect with the ether, the Akash, or space. Ya, 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 ya. Now imagine Dr. Ply appearing before you in a form you're familiar with or a light. He sends two beams of light into your eyes and another beam of light into your third eye. Lock on to those rays of light. Burn the karma in the eyes and in the third eye. Feel the empowerment. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Now Vishwamitra, the emperor turned yogi, great saint, great siddha, gave the sound Brzee to Dr. Ply for the whole earth plane to shift the consciousness of money and the economy. Receive two beams of light into your eyes, coming from his eyes, into your third eye, coming from his third eye. Lock on. Burn the karma in your eyes, your third eye, and receive the empowerment of Brzee being birthed into your body from head to toe. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Om Vishwamitraya Namaha. Now imagine your backbone as the veil of Lord Muruga. The shaft is your backbone. The head of the veil is your brain. The tip of the veil pierces the top of the skull. The veil is a spear, a divine weapon to destroy enemies, diseases, debts, litigation, negativity of all kinds, karma, ego, maya. Feel it coming alive like millions of suns, light and energy, intelligence in your backbone and brain. Om Saum Saravana Bhavaya Namaha. Om Vitrivel Subramanyaya Namaha. Om Saum Saravana Bhavaya Namaha. Om Vitrivel Subramanyaya Namaha. Om Saum Saravana Bhavaya Namaha. Om Vitrivel Subramanyaya Namaha. Now move into your third eye and imagine the goddess Varahi entering your third eye, cleaning up, rooting out poverty consciousness, scarcity consciousness. I don't have enough consciousness. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. All of that is scarcity consciousness. I'm not skilled enough. I'm not healthy enough. All that will be rooted out of you, clearing the pathway to connect with this golden goddess of the golden age, to give you Shreem Brzee consciousness. Om Shreem Brzee Shri Swarna Varahi Devyai Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Shri Swarna Varahi Devyai Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Shri Swarna Varahi Devyai Namaha. Feel her in your third eye burning, making it to pulse, making it to feel like someone is digging in there, rooting out scarcity consciousness, poverty consciousness, and revealing the golden consciousness of Shreem Brzee inside of you, outside of you, in all realms. Om Shreem Brzee Shri Swarna Varahi Devyai Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Shri Swarna Varahi Devyai Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Shri Swarna Varahi Devyai Namaha. Feel the pulse or the breathing of the pineal gland, the pulse of the third eye, the breathing of the pineal gland, receiving your prayer to open the third eye, to give you prosperity consciousness, wealth consciousness, health and happiness, heaven on earth consciousness. Om Shreem Brzee Shri Swarna Varahi Devyai Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Shri Swarna Varahi Devyai Namaha. Om Shreem Brzee Shri Swarna Varahi Devyai Namaha. Now keep your attention on your third eye. Keep the gold image in the third eye, even if it comes and goes. Bring it back with Shreem Brzee. We'll begin our practice Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light, the golden light in the third eye explodes beyond the third eye in all directions, seeking out peace and prosperity in different dimensions beyond the third dimension. Shift dimensions and access that healing energy. Now, move your attention into the back of your head, the skull. Tuck your attention underneath and inside the brain. At the back, the middle back part of your brain. Your intuition will guide you to the cerebellum. Light up the cerebellum with golden light and the sound vibrations. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Allow the golden light to explode from the cerebellum beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now put your attentional energy on the brain, the front of the brain, the sides of the brain, the back of the brain, the top of the brain, and the inside of the brain. All the neurons are firing with this golden light. of prosperity consciousness and activated with the vibrations of Shreem Brzee. Brain lit up with gold light. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The whole brain is lit up. This golden light explodes beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now pour your attentional energy into your nostrils. Send rays of light up either nostril. And where the two nostrils meet, this light activates the pituitary, the pineal, and the forehead. The nostrils and forehead, pituitary, pineal, third eye are throbbing with the golden light. And the sounds: Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the nostrils, beyond the third eye, beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now pour your attentional energy into your mouth. Feel the golden light expanding in the mouth, touching the insides of the cheeks, lighting them up. The back of the throat is lit up. The tongue is lit up. The teeth are lit up. Feel the throb of the golden light and the vibrations of Shreem Brzee in the mouth. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The golden light explodes beyond the mouth, beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. And pour your attentional energy into your throat, your neck, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the fingers, the chest, and the back. These are the karmic areas that get congested and weigh us down. Diffuse it with a laser beam of blue light that enters the throat from out in front of you, pierces the Adam's apple and fills up the neck, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the fingers, the chest, the back. See and feel and sense the karma flying off, the weight of the karma flying away. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the body in all directions, taking all the stubborn karma with it, dumping it into the universal recycling bin. Shift dimensions. Pour your attentional energy down the windpipe into the bronchial tubes that feed the lungs with air, prana. Pour your attention all the way down to the bottom of the lungs and feel them expanding with the golden light and vibrations of Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The lungs explode with the golden light, going beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. And then bring your attentional energy up into the eyes. The eyeballs are being lit up with the golden light, burning the karma that you see every day that is no longer serving you. Purify it with the golden light and the sounds, Shreem Brzee, in the eyes. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the eyes in all directions. Shift dimensions. And pour your attention now into your ears. Imagine rays of light entering your ears, piercing your eardrums, filling up the inside of your head, your brain. Your face lights up with heat of this light. Everything is golden. The hairs are gold on the head. The scalp is tingling with golden light. The whole aura around the head is golden. There's no head, just gold light. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the head in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now pour your attention into your body, the torso or trunk of the body, front, sides, back of the body are lit up with the golden light that's seeping into the inside of each of the organs. The heart lights up with gold. The lungs, gold. Stomach, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, spleen are all lit up with gold light. Feel it being absorbed into these organs, into the guts, even down into the pelvic region. The reproductive organs are gold. Kidneys, adrenals. Inside, outside of the torso and the organs are gold, glowing, pulsing. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimension. Pour your attentional energy down your legs, right down into the feet, the toes. Connect with the ground and go deep into the ground. Pour the golden light and the sound vibrations, Shreem Brzee, in the legs, in the ground. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The golden light explodes beyond the legs in all directions. Shift dimension. Now pour your attention into your backbone, into the subtle body, the chakras that are aligned on the spine, stacked on top of one another, lighting up with your attention and the gold light and the sound vibrations. Light up your chakras. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Feel the throb of the golden light in your chakras, exploding beyond the body in all directions. Shift dimensions. Now put your attentional energy into your throat, the throat chakra. Light it up with gold. Feel the goddess Varahi rooting out scarcity consciousness, poverty consciousness, financial crisis consciousness. Root it out of the throat. With the gold light, the image of Varahi, Shreem Brzee, in the throat. Keep your attention there. Set it on fire. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the throat in all directions. Shift dimensions. Bring your attention now again into the third eye. Fire it up with the golden light of millions of suns. Feel the pressure, the pulse, the breathing of the pineal in the third eye. Golden light, Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. The light explodes beyond the third eye in all directions. Shift dimensions. And we'll do our final round of the chant. A scan of the body from head to toe. Fill it up with golden light, even in your aura, around the whole head, around the whole body, radiating out into the space around you in all directions. Final round. Commune with the goddess. Feel her from head to toe. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Be still. Feel the presence of the goddess. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul. Peace to the environment, peace to the world, peace to the universe. As you're coming back to yourself, in your body, you can move around, integrate that energy of your chanting practice and your heartfelt prayers, calling on Shreem Brzee, the golden light, all the beings who supported you, prayers of gratitude to Dr. Pillai, everybody here, to the goddess. We pray that everyone's heartfelt desires are manifested. We bring heaven to the earth plane. Please help those who really, really need it the most. And we can do it. You have to do it. Food, clothing, shelter, medicine, pure water, love, unconditional love, and support to those who are really struggling. Om Shanti, 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 peace. So thanks everyone for joining, those of you who need to go. And this is part of the call where we are going to stay on and do a 9-minute, which will feel like 9 seconds. It'll go by so fast. We're going to do a 9-minute ghee lamp gazing meditation. And what that is I will adjust the camera so you'll just see this ghee lamp. And then you just gaze into it with relaxed eyes. And most of your attention is going to go back into the middle of the brain. So you'll focus on the forehead rather than the two eyeballs. And you won't be like this because that's more of an active process. You want it to be a receptive. You're just receiving, you're just there, you're passive. And you're just gazing with all this energy inside of you of the goddess, and you're asking her to reveal herself to you in the flame, in the ghee lamp, or whoever comes. Some people have said they see Dr. Ply, some people see sacred geometry, some people see different colors of light. Some people don't see a thing, except they feel so much going on inside of them. If negativity has come up for you and you can't shake those congested energies, you can use them for fuel. Just pour it into the ghee lamp and it will burn it. So then you can experience the goddess coming in. So I'm going to step out of the camera view. The lights will go down and I will see you in 9 minutes. Enjoy your practice. So if a mantra comes, then you just let the mantra come. If it goes, you let it go. You can just be there passively. Nothing needs to be done by you. It will all be done for you by the goddess. So the lights are going down. You should just see the flame in the lamp. And I'll keep the time and see you in 9 minutes. And just begin to let go of the gazing. You can keep your eyes closed or open them. You can make your final prayer to Dr. Ply, to everybody who tuned in and created this beautiful space, including all the divine beings, Sucharita, Rahi, the goddess Shreem Brzee. Pray for whatever it is that you want help with, and also for those who need it the most. Take note of what you're feeling, what images came to you, or perhaps a message. The lights are coming on. Camera. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So thanks, everyone. Those of you who need to go, we'll see you tomorrow night for one of our final chanting sessions together. And thanks for joining. So this is part of the call where we can check out the chat, see what people are chatting about. As we have seen in or read in previous calls, so much gratitude is expressed. And that is the most important thing. We tend to come to these kinds of spiritual gatherings to complain about XYZ. And we forget that we're really grateful to be alive and to be able to come and participate and do something about it, versus not being able to do anything to change our consciousness. So the divine is calling us to fill ourselves up with intelligence that is going to help us to be a guiding light to get us out of our situations. God helps those who help themselves. It's not just a saying. The God or the goddesses, the divine beings who are supporting, they need to be invited into our life for them to see, okay, I see your situation, but what are you doing? What action are you taking so that when you have me, you just chanted, you just got all this light, all this intelligence, all this love, all this support. Now go do something with it. Put it in the direction that you want to manifest, not what your problems are. That's a given. Nobody has to tell you. So that's the tricky shift in the thinking. You have to shift the mindset towards what you want to manifest. And if you don't know, because you're just so overwhelmed and it's just spinning out of control, then start to explore images, create a vision board. Keep coming to this practice and you'll hear and see what everyone is doing, because I'll be reading off. So you'll hear me saying whatever anyone has posted. So lots of beautiful messages of gratitude to Dr. Ply, first and foremost, for pulling our souls here together, no matter where we are. He's the one who did it. We didn't text each other. He's pulling the souls. And then the souls are creating this network or a net, a divine net, to grab the goddess more and more into the earth plane. It's a consciousness. We need to grab it and then fill ourselves up and then express what it is that we want to see in this world. And the divine always loves it when we are not just thinking about our own problems for a change. We're thinking about, okay, my problems are going to get solved. I'm with this community. I don't even know who they are, but they're a great bunch of souls because they want to uplift all of humanity. What a fabulous journey. What a fabulous purpose. Who's saying that anyways? It's the consciousness. So it's pinged all of us, said, hey, come on, let's get going. Let's do it. You may not even know or couldn't even imagine what this is doing for all of humanity and in other worlds as well. So kudos to everyone here for creating a beautiful space. Got lots of blessings for that. I hope you were able to dump a lot of karma and feel it being diffused off of you. That charge isn't there anymore for you to keep grabbing on to that same old, same old. So Judy Angle, I'm just looking at you here on the chat. Bhairavi, a beautiful lively flame dancing tonight, emitting golden rays. An angel and a golden orb interacting above the flame, surrounded by pink and gold. Vishwamitra sitting on the golden lake of ghee. Wow. Send me the pic, please. Bhairavi sends me all these beautiful images of the pictures she takes during this practice. And it's just like, whoa, how do you know when to take that picture? It's so awesome. And I think she's sharing it with everybody on social media. So that's awesome. Anyone else wants to do it too. You just feel this urge to capture the moment where the divine is there. And then you have that etched in your memory. And that's what helps to inspire us. Okay, I saw it. I wasn't just blinking and missing it, or I wasn't just imagining. It is there. And I feel it. Whoa, what a throb today. So people are saying it's very powerful. Purple lights. Notice the flame moved a lot. It's pretty steady now. So she was really powerful tonight. Heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Pillai, Sucharita, and all divine beings and Goddess Varahi for this divine experience. That's from Ritu. Happy energy went out to all tonight. I really feel grateful to start my day every morning with this lovely group of Shreem Brzee-ers. I like that, Vanishri. I feel so blessed for being a part of this wonderful practice. Thank you, gratitude, Dr. Pillai, for calling me to this practice. We need to know if what we're doing on our spiritual path isn't something separate from our everyday life. We're hearing it internally. We're hearing the calling of the divine, or of our teacher, Dr. Pillai, who is calling, hey, go do this thing for you. And then collectively, you're going to do something for the whole world. What else do I need to say? Oh no, I'm waiting for an initiation. I'm waiting to call him. He doesn't work like that. Forget it. Never will. He's going to just be pulling your heartstrings and pulling you internally. And you will be here on the YouTube. Jane is saying, thank you, Sucharita. Thank you, Dr. Pillai. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, all the souls present. Beautiful. Faraz is saying, saw the flame, so lovely. Oh, that was Melissa saying it to Faraz. Okay. A violet pink orb with two small white orbs in the pink bubble. Whoa, Sangeeta, cool. So people are maybe new, and what are orbs? They're spiritual beings. So they come in these balls of light. And you might think, oh, it's just the camera or how the angle is of the light. No, you'll see them. Radha Singh here. Today I had a lot of negativity coming up and I was rolling and cutting limes as we chanted. Now I feel better. This is beautiful because this is what we were talking about. You get a lime or lemon. Today is a Tuesday, so you can use the veil and just poke it like that. And then after a few hours or maybe in the morning, you can just cut it and throw it away. And you may think, well, what the heck does that do? Just like what the heck does a Tylenol do? It just takes your pain away. So you don't have to know how it works. So this is great technology. And as Radha was sharing, use it during the chanting session because it's also a session to heal. It's the highest vibrating energy. It's laser surgery from the divine. So do these kinds of practices, and everything that comes up is because the goddess got into you and is saying, you can't even see this stuff, but I'm going to bring it to your attention and I'm make you feel it so that I can finally pull it out of you. Krishmita said, it is that we are surrendering to the goddess totally. Now that comes without judgment towards others, but it is also said that we should not tolerate bad behavior from others. How do we act? It's not yours to judge. If it's harmful, then definitely you avoid it. You don't want to, poke the bear. So if you have to tolerate it, it's a great practice. So it's not harmful, but it's just you have to tolerate it. Tolerance is a virtue, and you're going to learn it one way or another. So we surrender that to Shreem Brzee. And then she brings that voice of judgment, that voice of inability to tolerate a situation or person or whatever. Because why we can't tolerate it is because we haven't been able to clear that out inside of ourselves. So out from inside of ourselves. So our inability to tolerate is blocking our progress. So we keep seeing it in our life until we deal with it. And it's a tough one. Like all the virtues are: patience, kindness, compassion. Oh my God, tolerance. Those are tough. However, this is what we're here to do. That's the only things. Yeah, have some cool things in life, comforts and all that stuff. But really, the soul's journey is all about getting rid of the karmas. And then you see in others what is inside of you. So really, you've got to start to practice tolerance inside of you. And that, you don't want to do that either. So you just say, Shreem Brzee, you do it. So that's how I would manage it. Is that you go inside and you say, oh my God, I see outside people are so angry and everything else. Okay, you can observe it. But if you're starting to get fired up about it, you haven't resolved that inside of yourself. So ask the goddess and say, thank you for showing me. Because everybody in your life is a karmic mirror for you to look and see, oh, that's what I need to work out. So leave it to the goddess, and then avoid situations that are very harmful, of course. A pair of parrots at the end turned into an owl. Very cool. Josie is saying, thank you so much for this, Dr. Ply, is a godsend. Thank you for choosing me for my lineage. Blessings to you, Sucharita, for being so dedicated. I'm so happy to do this, Josie, but thank you. I can't express enough how I appreciate you all. And that's what it is. We are so blessed. We have such good karma, everybody. Because without all of you, we would not be doing this. So Dr. Ply knows that they're beautiful souls who just are going through a tough time, like everyone else, but we really want to keep doing our spiritual path. We want to keep doing what we can do, even through this challenging time, to be of service, to be of support, to have a purposeful life that's beyond our complaining, beyond our problems, beyond whatever. And then when we do that, and we're doing it wholeheartedly, it's not like to give and get. I'll do something for you, you do something for me. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. The divine doesn't work like that. In fact, the divine will crush you. Trust me, I've experienced it. So you're doing it because you can. So you can come together. You can put aside an hour or so a day to just commune with people who really want to uplift humanity in some way, but we just can't figure it out. So we don't have to go too far. Dr. Ply just does it. And then you just come, and that's it. Julieta is saying, my kids want to listen to the chanting every night without exception before sleeping. How awesome is that, Julieta? Julieta, I have to get in touch with you because I want to talk to you about your kids and PI. So heads up, sending you an email. And I love your kids. Mwah. They're so awesome. Melissa saying golden light throughout the entire meditation. So divine, so much love, so much love. Awesome. I don't know what that person's name is. It's OROMTITI. I don't even want to attempt it, whatever those other symbols are before it. But you know who you are. Thanks to Sucharita, I wake up during the light gazing, but I watch the recording and do my meditation. Yesterday, Shreem Brzee gave me €100 surprise. I love it. That's what you want to hear too, is all the good stuff that's going on. Michael saying, thank you, Aura and Mike. Hey, Aura and Mike, thank you. Om Shanti Om. Love, prosperity for all. Beautiful. Bakula is saying, can you please share how I should be using the yantra when chanting? We talked about that last night. You can review that call, but here I have a yantra. So you can, some people, they take, this is a 2x2 yantra of Shreem Brzee, and you can see the sacred geometry. And so you can hold it in your hands. You can put it in your left hand facing up and your right hand on top. You can pray with it. You can stick it on here as like a landing pad on your third eye, maybe on your heart center. Some people put it on their belly because that's where you create, the creative energy is there. People are experimenting with it. Of course, being very respectful of this sacred image, because this is the goddess. It just creates a landing pad for the divine to come in, and you can feel it. So we all want something to feel in this physical world. We're all physical. We're touchy-feely. So you can do that. You can pour a little bit of water just on it, like a couple of drops to activate it a little bit. You can just have it there next to you, and then maybe it can have, you can offer a ghee lamp or a light, candlelight, and maybe offer a raisin, put a flower, or a piece of fruit. If you don't have flour, put a fruit as well, and then some incense. If people in your house aren't going to, be averse to it. Some people are, so be sensitive. Just because it's your spiritual path, and people can't handle it, you just say, okay, I'll modify. Tolerance. And congratulations for the €100 surprise. Awesome. Trey is saying, I took a bath while chanting, saw the soap washing away all the bad thoughts and karma. That is a great exercise to do. After I got out of the got in a cool bath and finished the meditation, I saw Brzee and Varahi touch my head, and a bird made of fire appeared. Sounds like the phoenix has risen. Awesome. Claire saying, I saw the goddess in the light. Perfect. Shushmita saying, Sucharita, if I chant or if I do the tap of the brain and work on mindset, which one is more effective? Both, all of it. Do whatever. Mix it up, chant, meditate, walk with your meditation, walk with your chants. There are no hard and fast rules, and there are so many techniques that you can just be open to and drawn to do it. You might do the ghee lamp meditation for some time and don't do anything else, and you're just immersed in the ghee lamp, because the divine is coming inside of us and telling us, do this now. Don't worry, oh my God, I'm not doing it right. There are no hard or fast rules with Dr. Ply. Just do it. And I don't work for Nike. Luciana, sometimes the thoughts disperse the focus when I'm chanting the mantra with my eyes closed. Can I open my eyes? Definitely. And sing a little to dribble thoughts and return to concentration. That's a great practice tip, Luciano. And that's why, people are saying, oh my God, I can't keep up with the chant. Just hang on to Brzee. And because what happens when you chant it slower, if you're not an experienced chanter, you can definitely get caught off. You go down some memory lane and you're in that. And, so chanting it quite quickly is raising the vibration of you to that, feel that speed or that throb. Then thoughts can't come in. That's what mantra does. It protects your mind from the thoughts. So that's a good practice, Luciano. Keep doing it. I saw the image of Cobra with the hood open over the ghee lamp. Where is the goddess? Oh, she's over here. So people are wondering, okay, what is this person talking about? The cobra, you see, this is the image of Shreem Brzee. And there she is, she's pouring the gold. You can imagine her pouring the gold on your head. So it has the three-headed cobra, the snake image over top, and you can see it there. So it's, Dr. Ply said, it's like a protection on your crown chakra, so you won't be bombarded by the negative thoughts or any thoughts. You just want to stay in Shreem Brzee and then feel that energy of the goddess, the gold. Okay. I'm reposting this. I've clicked huge pink colored heart above the flame. It has two golden orbs within it, and behind the heart is distinctly the image of a golden body. Oh, awesome. Send me that pic for us. Julietta say, I started PI Angels training, and guess what? My kids asked me to do the, as they called it, before doing homework. Wow, I don't force them. Yesterday, my husband joined us too. I'm so happy. Great. Please email me and we're going to get you sorted out. Your kids are probably calling on Dr. Ply, pulling his heartstrings, and then we're going to reach out to you. So I think I've posted, I've shared everything or commented, responded to the postings here on the chat. If I haven't, can you please repost it like Faraz just did? Because there's lots of people here. How many people did we have today? Bhairavi or anybody? From all around the world. It's so awesome. So I'll just take this moment to remind you, we have the Wealth Activation Workshop that is happening this week. I think one of the second workshop is finished. So the first one was on Sunday, then the second one is today, I believe. Somebody else can remind me. I can't keep track of everything. Judy Angle has posted 193 participants blessed by the love and golden light of Shreem Brzee. And those are just the people who showed up. Teresa Thames is also saying. So these are the people who showed up live. There's so many downloads of people who are watching this afterwards, which is tremendous because we've opened the door. The party has begun. That piece of eternity is available to us. It's timeless. So we have created a shift in our destiny because we went beyond time. We went into eternity. And that's how you change your destiny. Your thoughts can, but then that's slow. That's slow time. It's karma. It takes time for things to change. So shifting the destiny is creating a connection to the divine. And then collectively, we're all just ramping it up with this energy and all this good, yummy feeling and the vibration and so on. And everybody sharing their experiences, you are saying to the divine, we want more of this. We want it, we want it, we want it. And we're going to kick and scream until we have it. Well, not really, but we will kind of internally. At the deep soul level, will be appropriate in life. We're all grown up. But our souls are just like, give me more. We need this. We need this. Please, please, please. And then that is available for people when they go and they listen to it or re-listen to it. So thanks for keeping count. I know I looked up at one point, it was in the one, and it was 170s or 80s, and I went, wow, that's awesome. Someone has posted some, looks like Asian writing. I don't speak that, so maybe Translate it and send me an email. Okay. So I think we're done as far as, something after Shreem Brzee chanting. I received a small gift and I found coins or gold on the ground. Wow. She always gives me something. Shreem Brzee. Awesome. Michael's saying, Sucharita, I'm in the Ascension to Bliss program. What Dr. Ply means when he says, I will come and teach you in your dreams. That's what I'm talking about. He doesn't call you up or send you a text message. He gets you in your dreams, or he gets you in your meditative state where you don't know where you went, or you're ghee lamp gazing, or you're doing a ritual and all of a sudden you hear his voice, or some message comes through, or you're just kind of like, life is just so overwhelming, and then you're just kind of like a stunned banana or a deer in headlights. You're like, and then all of a sudden he's there and then guiding you. So he will come in your dreams. He will work your karma out in your dreams, he said, in the past many, many times. Yeah, I just worked out some karma for you in the smaller groups in the beginning when we were studying with him. So what he means is you got to get into a blissful state where you're completely just throbbing with the divine. It's a throb, like a breathing in and out, like a pressure that you're just like, whoa, like a blood pressure. Or it's even subtler. And then you have this vibration. And then he will appear. It doesn't take him too much to convey to you what he needs you to do right now and to wipe out the karma. And these dreams that some people have had, I don't know what yours is, Michael, but some people's dreams are pretty bizarre. But then they just feel like, oh, my problem got resolved. With Dr. Ply, a dream of Dr. Ply, and I was wearing a top hat or something. So he will teach you in your dreams. What that will mean is that you might not even know, but he will come and do stuff for you. All right. So I see Kalyani has said, thank you, Sucharita, Shreem Brzee, Varahi, Babaji, and all present. And let's leave it at that. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Have an amazing rest of your day, your evening, wherever you are in the world. Please keep chanting or listening to Dr. Ply's version audio of 1008 Shreem Brzees, either on YouTube or SoundCloud, and then just have it playing all the time. And tune in and do at least 1008 in the morning, 1008 in the afternoon, 1008 in the evening. And that will help you to break through your negativity, your mindset that keeps you in a cage. And you know what you want to manifest, but you can't get out of that boxed in, limited way of being. So Shreem Brzee will help you to burst through that consciousness, and then you will be guided to live a more prosperous, enlightened life and peaceful, regardless of what is going on in the world. So thanks, everyone. God bless you all. Froza said, glory to Dr. Ply for choosing our souls. Glory to Shreem Brzee and Varahi, and gratitude to Sucharita. Thank you so much. Thank you all. God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.